Hi, I'm Lindsay, and today is not an opinion, it's a review of the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. This is the apex predator, the most phone you can get right now. What did they do? They voltroned Samsung's curved edge design with LG's triple camera off of the V40. So instead of getting the monochrome camera, you now get a wide angle lens alongside the 40 megapixel standard lens and the 3x zoom 8 megapixel shooter. Then they took Face ID from the iPhone and they put it on the top. So yes, it has a notch, and the notch is a little bit irritating because unlike every other Android phone on the market, this notch interferes with your YouTube watching. You're watching a video on YouTube, it's one of those lovely new 18:9 shot wide angle ones. You want to just crop in a little bit so you're getting your full screen real estate. What happens? The notch gets in the way. That's some Apple level crap. Also, other ways to get into your phone. You're getting in-display fingerprint sensor. So that's coming off of what Oppo were doing, what a lot of the Chinese companies were doing. It's a beautiful device. It's got that red signature power button that denotes all of Huawei's Leica camera phones. So that's stretching all the way back to the P9. Then they did the P10, which was the red. P20, they did a little red stripe on it, and now they're back to a full red on this Mate 20 Pro. South Africa's only getting this one version. There's 3 members of the family. We don't care about that right now. On the camera side, it's pretty much the same as the P20 Pro. Besides for the wide angle lens and a couple of new software tricks, which I'm certain that they can port over, but that might be dependent on the silicon though. This is rocking the latest Kirin 980 chipset. So that's on a 7 nanometer process, same as the iPhones, the new iPhones that came out, and they're both coming out to that TSMC factory. So you know it's pretty much the same thing. Rocking a dual neural processing unit. So it's got 6 billion connections on this one device, which is crazy powerful. The past couple of months, I've been rolling with the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 as my daily driver. I hate big phones, but this thing is so good and it does so much for me right now that I can't even get away from it. At the moment, these are the 2 best Android phones that we get in South Africa. I say that because we don't get the Google Pixel 3. If you're looking at cameras, Mate 20 Pro blows this out of the water. Looking at battery life, same. I cannot kill this battery. I tried, I've had it for 2 days so far, and you know me. From my past phone reviewing life, I used to murder phones on the daily. This thing gets me about maybe 4 hours screen on time. This thing, I got it up to 8 hours yesterday, which is just crazy. I just cannot kill this thing. And it comes with a 40-watt power adapter in the box. So this is going to be charging you up at 4 amps at 40 watts. It's just squeezing power. You can get this thing from 0 to full on the 4200 milliampere hour battery in just over an hour. That is mad. It's rocking that wireless charging finally. Works fine on the Samsung wireless charger, which is pumping out that 15-watt action, so it is the fast wireless charging standard. Other than that, same size screen, much smaller size. I would, in a different life, be using this phone. The problems that I have right here are the audio setup is absolute trash. There's no headphone jack. And the bottom firing speaker, which is the main one, fires out of the USB Type-C port, which is cool in theory, but in practice, it's just a little bit trash. I was watching YouTube videos yesterday and I even went back to my LG G7 and that sounded a million times better. And that's only firing one speaker. So it doesn't have the headphone jack. It's got trashy external audio. And crucially for me right now, because I need that fine point control action, it doesn't have the S Pen. So from a feature perspective, this is still the most phone you can buy. But if you're looking for the best camera on the market right now, and you can live with all of the other issues, get yourself the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. This has been Lindsay, another Hammer Rose production shot at the Panda Bomb Studios. I'm out.